Hello, girls and boys. Welcome to this amazing workshop, Tribal Face Painting and Head Art. This is an invitation for you to connect to the nature, to see the magic that you have in your garden, in your kitchen, to use all of these natural materials and imagine a new you connected to nature. So we have all these different ingredients and nature here. I'm going to tell you how we are going to use it. The main ingredients are clay, because the color is similar to red. I call it red clay. Then we have white clay, so you have to mix it with water. Turmeric, you find it in your kitchen. Then we have paprika, achiote. It comes from a seed, and also charcoal. I have already prepared all the colors here. You can see this one is turmeric with clay and water, achiote with clay and water as well. We have beetroots. The beetroot, you mix it with water to get a purple color. White clay with water only. This one is paprika with the white clay, and we have charcoal with water. With this one, I think I'm going to use it just as the color, naturally. Also, a mortar to grind the pigments, water, 2 brushes, small one and thick one, flat, spatula to mix the colors, straw, this one is very helpful. This is for the face painting, and then we have the head art. I have picked from the garden bottle brush, all of these native flowers, Australian native flowers, and a beautiful leaf I found, and all of these different native Australian nature. Also, don't forget to get some fruits like mango, oranges, a melon, and also the beetroot. This is going to be in the head art. Very important that you pick some piece of wood that is not so heavy but beautiful texture one. It could be a branch or a trunk, because this is going to be the base for your head art. Now I'm going to show you exactly how I prepared the colors for your face painting. Don't forget to use an apron, okay, like I'm doing. This is my stamp. Okay, we are going to start with the turmeric. So I'm going to add a little bit of white clay in the consistency, it's like an ice cream, and a little bit of water. Don't put too much water, because then it's too difficult to paint, because it will spill all over the face. It's better that it's thicker. And you mix it with a plastic spatula. That's perfect. And all ready for this color. Always have serviettes or a cloth so that you wash the spatula and then you dry and continue with the next color. So now I'm going to prepare the paprika. In this opportunity, I'm going to use the red clay to show you what is the result with this one. Okay. And because this one is not that thick, I think I don't need water for this one. So I'm just gonna leave the color using the red clay and paprika. And we have this result. This is red clay with paprika. Remember that I told you I did achiote here? It is well known in Australia as anato. In Spanish, we call it achiote. I have some here in the mortar. The idea is that you get some powder out of the anato. So more or less this consistency. I put it here. Okay, and then I will add white clay and a little bit of water. I recommend that before you start your workshop, you have all of the colors ready. All of the leaves and fruits and trunks and branches ready. Mixing a little bit more to have this consistency. Okay, as you can see, it's like a pink color. If you leave the preparation ahead before, like 1 hour, it will get really red. You could see it here. This one has been prepared like 1 hour ago. The result is a more reddy color. And the last one is the charcoal. easy to use. So you put it in the mortar, and then the same as the achiote, you just mix it. Okay. It's really, really fun. All of these processes are so easy and fun. You can see the result. The more charcoal you use, the more black the result will be. And I don't add clay, I just add water. And I mix it again here with this. The last one is a beetroot. You could use beetroot and put some water. Yeah. Maybe this one will take a little while to get the color, but at home when you are doing your workshop, what you could do is to get some pieces of beetroot and boil it, okay? When you put it to heat, the color will come beautifully. So I'm going to leave it there. I show you in a while to see what happened with the beetroot. Brushes, small ones, thick ones, flat, round, okay? Also straw, this is very important. Some tools for ceramics, if you can get at home or in the art shop, to do some textures as well. So you will use all of these tools to paint, to do your face painting. The second part of the workshop, remember that I told you about the native flowers. What are you going to do with this? After you finish your face painting, you are going to use the wood as base, okay? Yeah? And then you are going to choose which colors of flowers, which flowers you like, and you create a sort of composition with the flowers, the leaves. Always remember to be supervised by an adult, because you will need to add some weight on it. For example, if I get a melon, it's going to be a little bit heavy for you. And then you have to add this on your head and take a photo. Then remember to share your photos with Sabores Latinos. Okay? And you are all ready to do your workshop. Have fun, get creative, get inspired by nature. Let's start. Now I'm going to tell you step by step the process of our workshop. The first model is Eloisa. First tool you will need is a brush, flat brush. If the face is a big face, you use a thick and big brush. And in this opportunity, because Eloisa has a small face, we're going to use a thin and a small brush. Next step, we are going to use 3 different colors. First one will be yellow. Remember that I already explained to you how to prepare it. This one is white clay, turmeric, and water. Okay? I'm going to paint half of the face with this yellow color. I'm going to do it horizontally, like that. If you prefer, you could do it like this. So Eloisa and I talked before, and she decided that she wanted horizontally. So I'm going to start. This is very, very fun. You do this smoothly. Yeah? How do you feel, Eloisa? Is it cold? This is drying very, very fast. Be careful not to paint the mouth, nose, and eyes. Okay? It has some textures, as you can see. This is interesting because it's more organic. And some last brushes in this area. Remember, don't touch the mouth or the nose. Okay, so I'm going to touch only on top of the mouth. Oh, you look great, Eloisa. So while this dries, I'm going to paint with the other color. Okay, before we change brushes, we need to wash it, obviously. You wash it and then dry it. Okay. You could use a serviette or a cloth, another cloth to dry it. And now we're going to continue with the white clay. In this opportunity, like I showed you before, it's only white clay and water. You could also do it with the hands, if you prefer. If you do it yourself, you do it with the hands, but in this case, I'm using the brush. This is like a skin therapy as well. So remember not to touch the nostrils of the nose, just outside. don't get close to the area of the eyes. Now we are going to let dry around 3 minutes. While the painting is dry, I'm going to explain you about other tools that you need. I love this one. This is a very good one. It's easy to use. It's a straw. And you could use another tools that have textures but are not pointy. Because remember, we are working with the skin. The next step, remember the tools after it dried. We are going to do some patterns. What are patterns? Are geometrical, organic, small forms that are repeated on a surface. In this case, I'm going to use the third color that I have here. I already showed you how to prepare with white clay and paprika. I introduce the straw and I go on the white surface and go around. Yeah, maybe I need more. It's thick, so if it is too thick, you need to use more color. See how I'm repeating the pattern? With this one, because the clay is white, it's very nice to use any color, so the contrast is strong. It could be the red or even the yellow. And in the other side, I'm going to use the toothpick, the flat side. It will be a little bit different, a little bit smaller, and it's really, really fun. You could do different patterns. Remember, as I told you at the beginning, it could be circles or dots or even triangles or lines as well. Okay. Perfect. The tribal face painting is finished, and now we are in the next step, that is the head art. So we have all of these beautiful flowers and fruits and branches. Eloisa is going to pick some of them, okay? So what do you want, Eloisa? These ones, okay. So we're gonna use these ones, and we definitely need this one. And what fruit do you want, Eloisa?
Mango.
Mango, okay, perfect. What about these ones? Do you like the waratha? I think this is a native, Australian native flower, and pine as well. Next step, Eloisa is going to hold, yeah, in the corners, Eloisa, like that, yeah. This is a beautiful Australian piece of wood that I collected. And then we are going to do the head art. How do we do that? We do a composition with flowers, in this case, these ones. You have to do some equilibrium here with your head. And mango. It's gonna be a little heavy, but it will only take a few minutes because we are going to take a photograph after. Beautiful, this looks amazing, very colorful. Eloisa, thank you very much for being a model. We are going to take a photo of Eloisa with the beautiful face painting and head art, and then we are going to share it in the photos of Sabores Latinos. And we invite you to share your own photo with us. And now we are with Miranda. She is our second model. And because her face is bigger, now we are going to use a little bit thicker the brush, okay? And we have the white clay mixed with water, the white clay with turmeric and water. This one is white clay with achiote. Achiote, like I explained to you before, is a pigment that you can find in a seed. Then you have to grain it, and it's a beautiful pink-red color. You could find it in the Caribbean, in Mexico, Colombia, Cuba, and it's used for different, for cooking, for spices. With Miranda, we are going to use also charcoal. I mix the charcoal only with water. It will give a gray color, okay? So we will start. Miranda wants to paint the bottom side as well horizontally in white color, okay? So we are going to use this one, yeah? And the top, Miranda, you said yellow, yeah? So for the yellow color, we use the turmeric with the clay with water. And after, when it dries, I'm going to use for the patterns the achiote with clay and water and the charcoal with water. Okay, so again, we start painting. How do you feel, Miranda? Good?
Yeah.
You feel excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So we start. This is like therapy, like face therapy. How do you feel it? Is it cold?
Yes.
Yeah? But does it feel nice?
Yes, it does.
Yeah? Okay, I'm going to do this side and then I move to the other side to do the rest. Always remember not to touch the lips or the nose or the eyes. Maybe I'm going to do a little bit different here just to make it a little bit more organic. So it's like the sea, like the waves. Lots of possibilities. Like I said before, we could do it vertically, maybe this side white and that one yellow, or red and white, or black and white. And also the patterns, you could do triangles, lines. You don't have to do as I do. You could be more creative or just to change it. Okay, and now we wash the brush. And the next color will be this one. It looks really, really nice. This is very easy to wash. When you finish, when you take your photo, just with warm water, and that's it. Everything comes from nature. And it's also up to you if you want to do 2 layers of the color. You let dry and then go in a second layer. So the result is different. Okay, now the painting is ready, it's dry, and now we are going to use these tools. Remember the straw and the toothpick. So I will start with the straw, and I'm going to use the achiote with clay and water. The same procedure. We make some color here, and then add the patterns in. I'm going to do it here in the white color. Like I said before, you could do this workshop at home with your parents. You ask your parents anything you could use in the kitchen except chile, because it's spicy. Don't do it with that. You could use achiote. Maybe I just remove that. Turmeric, paprika, charcoal, coffee, chocolate. You mix it with clay, white or red, and then you do your face painting. And don't forget to take the photo as well. And you could collect flowers, branches, leaves from your garden, and then do your head art as well. If this happens to you, like the color overlaps on the white color, then you could just go again and add some white color. No problem. Okay. The last step here, I'm going to use the toothpick with the charcoal. Here. Yeah, I'm going to do only few of these. You could get the charcoal in the art shop, and then you grain it and put some water. It's really fun to work with this one. Perfect. And Miranda wants also some achiote under the eyes. So I'm only gonna do it here at this edge. Is that right, Miranda? Yeah, that's her idea. Do you want me to use this one or the straw? This one? Okay. This is not a lot of contrast, but it will look nice. Maybe we could also use the white. Will be more contrasting, Miranda. In the middle, we can do this one. This one. Okay. And again, I go with the red, the achote, in the other side. Okay. And again, if something like this happens to you, that the red color is coming here, you just add some yellow. It's all about contrast. So if you see that the color you add is not contrasting, then we can look for another choice, like I'm doing here. And I'm going to fix this color, adding white again with the small brush. Okay, perfect. Now the next step is the head art. Miranda, what are your choices? The flowers, leaves, fruits? These two? Perfect. These two, and you want to hold them? Yeah. And would you like this one as well? Perfect. And remember that we need this. This is recommended. You could have branches or small trunks because it's a base. All of these elements will go on the head. So consider getting something like this.
Okay, Dad.
Okay, and fruits, which one would you like? Yeah. So the head art, the instructions are, I'm going to add the wood on top of the head, hold it here, and then I will put all of the flowers and the leaves, put it at the back, and bring the head back at the back. Yeah. Remember to do this supervised by an adult. You have to have equilibrium. This is what we need in these moments that we are living in the world. Maybe we add one more. Miranda, you look great. The next step is the photograph. Remember, when you finish your workshop, you will take a photo and you could share it with all of us and in Sabores Latinos.